Ronald C. Speirs, the real story of the legend of the Band of Brothers. Ronald C. Speirs was a highly decorated United States Army officer who served during World War II. He was a veteran of the European Theatre of Operations, where he earned distinctions for his leadership and bravery in combat. Speirs was a member of the Easy Company, a legendary unit within the 101st Airborne Division that was depicted in the popular television miniseries Band of Brothers. Speirs remained an iconic figure in the history of the American military, and his legacy as a hero and leader continues to inspire generations of soldiers. In this video, we will delve into the real life and legacy of Ronald C. Speirs, exploring the events and experiences that shaped him into one of the most revered figures in World War II. We will provide a unique and in-depth look at the man behind the legend, including his upbringing, military career, combat experiences, and his personal life. Ronald C. Speirs was born in Scotland on April 21, 1920, and immigrated to the United States with his family as a young child. He was raised in a family with a strong military tradition and was exposed to the ideals of duty and patriotism from a young age. During his childhood, Speirs was known for his intelligence and athletic ability, and he excelled in academics and sports. Despite his achievements, he was often described as reserved and introverted, but his quiet demeanour belied a strong and determined spirit. Speirs' upbringing played a critical role in shaping the person he would become. He learned the value of hard work and discipline, and he developed a deep sense of pride in his country and its military. His family's military background installed in him a love of adventure and a desire to serve, and he was determined to make a difference in the world. He then went through military training in high school and eventually made second lieutenant. In 1938, at the age of 18, Speirs joined the US Army and was assigned to Baker Company, 1st Battalion, 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 101st Airborne Division at Camp Tokoga. He rose through the ranks and was eventually transferred to Dog Company, 2nd Battalion, where he was appointed 1st Lieutenant. After completing his training, Speirs headed to England to await his next mission with Easy Company. While in Aldbourne, he married a British widow and they had a son named Robert. On June 6, 1944, Speirs took part in Operation Overlord, also known as D-Day, as part of the Easy Company. During the assault, he was reported to have given cigarettes to Nazi prisoners of war, only to immediately shoot them with his submachine gun. Speirs played a crucial role in the Bricourt Manor assault, where he used his skills and leadership to take out a 105mm Howitzer with only 5 soldiers from Dog Company and 1 from Fox Company. Speirs also took part in the Battle of Corentin, where he held a line outside the town. He had a memorable encounter with Private Albert Blythe, in which he told Blythe that in order to be a successful soldier, one must lose hope. Despite facing a severe tank assault from the Germans, Speirs and his company retreated and regrouped. When the Germans returned the next morning, Speirs and Easy Company held their ground and successfully defended their position. During the Normandy campaign, Speirs suffered a serious injury when he was hit by a German M24 grenade in the face and knee. Despite his wounds, he managed to recover and rejoin Dog Company. On September 17th, he participated in Operation Market Garden in Holland, swimming across the Nedder River and with crucial information, even though he had been wounded in the buttocks by machine gun fire. In December of that same year, Speirs took part in the Battle of the Bulge, where he encountered Per Conte, Christiansen, and a new paratrooper. He offered them cigarettes, but they declined due to rumours about what he had done to German prisoners of war. He advised them to fortify their position further, but they already told him that the First Lieutenant Dyke had already declared it sufficient. During the attack on Folly, Easy Company's commanding officer, Lieutenant Norman Dyke, was struggling with shell shock, and Captain Richard Winters stepped in to relieve him. Winters made Speirs their company leader, and under his leadership they were able to successfully capture the town of Foy. Speirs demonstrated remarkable bravery, running across a road in the German-held town to link up with Item Company, and then returning despite the danger. After the battle, Speirs talked to First Sergeant Lipton about the rumours that had circulated about him, clarifying that they were just that, rumours. Lipton thanked Speirs for his leadership, but Speirs corrected him, telling Lipton that it was he who had actually been commanding the company in Dyke's absence. Speirs then revealed that Captain Winters had put him forward for a battlefield commission, which had been approved by Colonel Sink. Lipton was promoted to second lieutenant and officially commissioned in Haguenau. After the war in Europe had ended, Speirs and Easy Company occupied Germany and liberated a Nazi concentration camp at Landsberg and later Hitler's Eagle's Nest in Berchtesgaden. Despite his desire to continue fighting in the war against Japan, the war ended before he had a chance to do so. At the same time, Speirs' first marriage ended in divorce. His wife wanted to stay close to her family in England, while Speirs wanted to return to America. The couple had one son together. Speirs eventually volunteered to fight in the Korean War, where he was appointed as a commander of a rifle company and made one combat jump. In 1956, Speirs further expanded his skills by taking a Russian language course. This opened a door for him to serve as a liaison officer to the Red Army. He then held the position of governor of Berlin's Spandau prison in 1958, but returned to the US Army for a mission to the Royal Lao Army in 1952. Finally, Speirs retired from the Army in 1964 with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. He chose to spend his post-military life with his family in California. Sadly, Ronald Speirs died in Montana on the 11th of April 2007. He was 86 years old. Throughout his military service, Speirs constantly demonstrated his ability to lead his men through challenging and dangerous situations, and his tactics and leadership style had a profound impact on those who served underneath him. Speirs' leadership style was characterized by his focus on discipline, strategy, and determination. He was known for his unyielding resolve and his unwavering commitment to his men, and he always put the safety and well-being of his soldiers first. Despite facing seemingly insurmountable challenges, Speirs always remained cool and collected, and he inspired confidence in his men with his unwavering determination. Speirs was also known for his tactical brilliance, and he was consistently demonstrating his ability to think on his feet and make split-second decisions. He was an expert in maneuver warfare, and his tactics helped turn the tide in favour of the Allies in several key battles. He was particularly skilled at adapting to changing conditions on the battlefield, and he was able to adjust his tactics to best suit the situation at hand. Speirs' leadership style and tactics earned him the respect and admiration of his men, and his legacy continues to inspire military personnel to this day. His unwavering commitment to his country and his men, as well as his unwavering determination in the face of adversity, made him one of the most revered figures in US military history. Goodbye, Ronald C. Speirs.